So let's get into this NBA draft that we just had. The Houston Rockets. They drafted Amen Thompson, and we was lucky enough to get Cam Whitmore at 20. First, I want to speak on Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson is literally, guys, he's one of the best playmakers in the draft. He's probably the fastest in the draft, like athleticism-wise. I mean, I know he's faster than Scoot Henderson, and Scoot Henderson's pretty quick. But I don't know, if you put Amen Thompson and Scoot Henderson in a race, I think Amen Thompson beats him. Only because he has that long stride. The guy is 6'7". The guy is 6'7", doing point guard abilities. He has all the... He's got the behind the back move. He can drive. He can take... He did play in Overtime Elite. He did. And a lot of people say that Overtime Elite is like full of like really bad players. They're not, like really good. But in my opinion, him himself playing basketball looks really good. I mean, for him to play like he's playing against these Overtime Elite players, it's probably going to take a couple years for him to do that in the NBA, because the way he's playing in this league, it's not going to happen in the NBA. We all know that. We all know what the NBA is, but we don't know yet because we haven't seen him really honestly play. He's got all the tools. He's got all the tools except for shooting. Everybody says it. Everybody knows it. He don't got the shot. Yeah, we know that. That could be fixed. We just gotta hope he's not like Ben Simmons, where Ben Simmons does not want to shoot the ball at all. We gotta hope that this guy actually wants to shoot the ball. He wants to take a three. He wants to take a jumper. He wants to do, creating his own shot. Which, hey, we know Ben Simmons. He cannot. He wants to get a shot. Does he want to get a shot? I don't know. Ben Simmons does not want a shot. He does not want to play as a shooter at all, like zero. I don't know what goes on in his mind by not doing that, but there's nothing you can do for him. That's just his play style. We just gotta hope Amen Thompson wants to be a better shooter and wants to knock down threes. Because if he's shooting 32%, 33%, whatever it is, I get that that's bad. But as long as he's actually, making them, he can go like 1 for 5 one game. Yeah, it's terrible, but at least he's shooting it. At least he's putting the ball up. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want. Because if he's doing that, he will get better. He will progress into a better shooter. He would. If you just keep, shooting. Just keep shooting. But just don't stop shooting. Don't get discouraged like Ben Simmons did. That's really much it for Amen Thompson. Other than that, with Amen Thompson playing with Jalen Green, playing with KPJ. If KPJ is still on the team, he's a little tough. I don't know. He's a tough one, but I hope he's still on the team because he can slid into the small forward spot. Before Cam Whitmore, we don't know how Cam Whitmore's going to play because Cam Whitmore was a top 6 player projected in the draft. If anything, top 10. If anything, top 10. Now you put Amen Thompson with Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, and Amen Thompson. I don't know how that's gonna work. It kind of boggles my mind. We don't really have anybody that could score. You get what I'm saying? You got Jabari Smith. He could score. Jalen Green could score. KPJ could score. Sengun could score in the post and get him underneath the basket. I mean, it's almost every single time. Amen Thompson's got some players to dish out to. I don't think anything has to do with his offense. The only thing is his shooting, and his defense is like really amazing. It's there. Everything's all there for defense. Like, I am not scared of his defense at all because you got Emi Udoka as our coach. What more do you want, guys? This is like starting out to be really, really, really good if we just stick with everybody and don't really I mean, since that we got Cam Whitmore and Amin Thompson on the same team, then we're gonna have to drop some people, and I think that should be probably the Jae'Sean Tate. Everybody's kind of saying Jae'Sean Tate. I kind of agree. I think Jae'Sean Tate should go. He kind of, could you imagine putting Jae'Sean Tate in the starting lineup? Could you imagine starting him at the small forward? Then you really got no shooters. The only guys you got is Jalen Green and Jabari Smith. That's it. And at that point, those guys are still really trying to find their groove. They haven't really found their groove. You know what I'm saying? They're still trying to find it. They're not fully there yet, but they will be. They will be for sure. We know that. But could you imagine those two guys trying to find their groove, and you put Jae'Sean Tate at the small forward position along with Şengün and Amin Thompson? What do you got? I think the whole that whole team. I just think you would it wouldn't be good. I know that for sure. It would not be good. I think the paint would be very clogged. I mean, not really, because you got Jabari Smith Jr. Spreading the floor. I mean, that's fine. But you got Jae'Sean Tate running to the key. You got Jalen Green cutting. You got Şengün in the post. That's his sweet spot. Just kind of, I don't know. But Cam Whitmore on the other side, he's got everything. He's got everything. He's got it all. He's pretty much an all around player that plays to a high level, really high level on defense, a really high level on offense once he gets in his groove. Now there's times where he doesn't. There's times where he goes cold, and those are his cold games. But everybody's seen that he's more consistent on his cold games than he is on his hot games. That's the problem with Cam Whitmore that people see. But that's not the only problem. The other problem is the interviews that they had with him, because they don't like him as a person. Like, what? Like, I get that. That's totally fine. It might lead to on court issues. It could lead up to that, but I don't think so. I really truthfully do not think it's gonna be that much of an impact on his career. People do he lacks in practice. He thinks practice is he thinks of it like Allen Iverson thinks of practice. Practice? Nobody practicing. It ain't no practice. Hey, Gilbert Arenas also said the same thing. Gilbert Arenas would show up to practice 3 hours before practice has even started, because he said that's the real practice. That's real to him. He said, once we get practice coming in with the whole team and everything, it's like running drills and doing this and doing that. It's nothing. It ain't practice. That ain't practice. He's getting there 3 hours before, calling your trainer and getting to work. That's practice, he said. That's what Gilbert Arenas said. Those are Gilbert Arenas' words, not mine. Do I agree with Gilbert Arenas? Somewhat so. I mean, hey, if you want to show up to practice 3 hours before and get your reps in with your teammates, that's great. Cam Whitmore might have that mentality. We just don't know yet, because all these teams are just inviting him to these workouts. Maybe Cam Whitmore has a different mentality in practice. We don't know that. I think Cam Whitmore could be really good later on in the future. We don't know. Maybe even this season. This season, he's going to start off the bench. We know that for sure. He's going to be on the bench starting, right? But we don't know. A lot of the times, some of these rookies, they go until after the All-Star break. They go nuts. They make their shots. They play some more defense. They look for their man. I think Cam Whitmore slides into the starting lineup around that All-Star break, maybe even before All-Star break. Who knows? But I think we got a really good thing going on here. We got a really young team. People saying that we need to sign stars. I don't think we need to sign a star player, but I think we need to sign some solid vets. Solid vets like Brook Lopez, great pickup. Fred VanVleet, great pickup. We don't need to sign the James Hardens or the Kyrie Irvings of the world, like those type of guys. Like, we don't need those guys. You need solid vets. That's all you need. And you need the solid vets to want to come here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get solid vets, veteran players that are just like go to a young team and maybe they cash grab for like a couple years, maybe. They gotta want to come here and they gotta want to win and they gotta want to teach these young kids and they gotta want to, you know what I'm saying? You can't just get anybody. Like Eric Gordon was on the team and he was a bad mentor. Like he was a terrible mentor. But man, I love Eric Gordon so much, man. I don't have anything against Eric Gordon. I love him as a player. I love him as a person. He's a great person. He's just a cool dude, and what he did for the Rockets was really awesome. But for him to be a mentor, no, definitely not. He's definitely not a mentor type player. Yeah, I mean, that's all we're really missing is some vets, some players. And to me, that's not a lot. It's really not, because you're only a few more steps away from actually filling this team out. Are we going to make the play-in next year? I highly doubt it. I don't think we'll make the play-in next year, but I think we'll have more wins. I think maybe we can even hit 30. If we hit 30 wins or even close to 30, like 28, 29, man, to me that's a major upgrade. Even though we got like 23 wins last year, what was it, 22, 23, 24 wins? If we hit 30 wins this year, that's a major upgrade, guys. Major upgrade, even if we don't even make the play-in. Because the West is tough. Don't get me wrong, the West is tough right now. You got crazy teams on the West side. And if we get anywhere near that 30 win cycle, that's pretty amazing for this young team. And that's pretty much all I got to say. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and sub, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.